You know, when water companies are getting fined, I mean, Thames Water got a £122 million fine for basically pumping sewage into rivers, streams, and the sea. And that money goes to DEFRA, basically, to try and help clean up the environment and such as that. Shouldn't we, as payers for a service that they have not carried out, because your water bill is made up of the units of water that you use, but also the units of water that you then produce which needs treatment, i.e. sewage, then shouldn't every customer of this water company that has been fined for not carrying out its job get a refund on part of the bill that they've paid? Because that's trade and standards issue, surely. If you've paid for a service and it's not being carried out, or they've said that they've carried out but then you've subsequently found out that they haven't, surely you should get a refund on that. Surely you should get a refund on your bill. But do you know what the funny thing is with the whole water industry? So they've been handing out record fines for water companies, and all the water companies have done is put the prices up to cover the fines. So customers are footing the bill for their mismanagement and not doing their job. And also there's been a lot of scandals and a lot of bit of a hoo-ha about the way CEOs have been getting paid with the bonuses and such. And I think there's been a lot of bans put on the way CEOs can get the bonuses now if the water companies aren't performing. So they are trying to clean up the industry a lot. But I watched a thing the other day and it basically said that since the water industry was privatised, in the 35 years it's been privatised, there has not been one new reservoir built in the UK. And that's a shortfall, and I think the shortfall, I reckon, is £20 billion in investment needed in the future of the water infrastructure in the country. And it makes you think that obviously bills are going to go a lot more north than they already are if we are going to need to bring the infrastructure up to scratch. And there's lots of argument to say that it should really be put back into the government hands. And the fact that a lot of the companies are running a negative balance sheet and a lot of companies are in a lot of debt, there's a way in which the government could actually take over these companies in a neutral financial deal, which would be very beneficial if the government feels like they can run it at a profit or if not breaking even. But that's probably what's going to happen, because if you think of any company, they generally, not any company, but as a business model, they buy a company or they gain an asset, they rinse all the money out of it that they possibly can, and then they get rid of it with a load of debt owing on said business. So that could be kind of being the battle plan from day one, we don't know, but it definitely needs looking at, and the water infrastructure moving forward with global warming, if that's what we are to believe, with temperatures getting a lot higher, we're going to need more infrastructure investment over the coming years, especially if there's not been nothing for 35 years. We're well behind, aren't we?